We're set for tip. Serbia in the white, Australia in the green. And the tip belongs to Josh Giddey, the newest Chicago Bull and the Australians.
Oh, well, we got a lot of movement here in the NBA offseason as we're getting set for the Paris Olympics.
Efficiency rating of 15. He's a really talented guard on the perimeter. Jokic with a beautiful give, and that is Serbia at their best as Micic with the finish. 2016, and Serbia made it to the gold medal game. Jokic only had 6 points in that when he came off the bench. That won't be the case this time. Can't connect. Giddey flares one ahead. That worked out well for Australia. Corner three, it's good. Patty Mills says hello. Three on the other end is off.
And then they also have the size on the inside, and that's something that Pesic loves to do.
Mills again. So after Patty Mills,
42 points in that game against Slovenia. Been playing for the Boomers since 2007. It's been impressive to watch what he's done throughout the course of his career.
That's Vanya Marinka.
As much continuity and coming together. Yes, some of the best basketball players around the world, but it's still for them about chemistry, and Australia showed their continuity.
Micic
was traded to Charlotte, and he was impressive. You're already seeing it now. He's got a good feel. He can get downhill. He looks to attack the basket.
There's Dyson Daniels with a nice dish.
From dealing with injuries and spent 2 years playing over in Spain and in Serbia.
Another nice deflection. Australia with some great defense. Mills ahead to Exum, who lays it in. They have his Freeze-off. I mean, Exum was a top 5 pick in the draft in 2014. Dyson Daniels was top 10. As that falls home for Mills.
Depending aspect of it, but even to the point about the way the whistle looks and what you're getting accustomed to playing with the entirety of your NBA career.
Jokic getting some oohs and ahs in Abu Dhabi. Bit of a cold spell. Tries to get accelerated here with Giddey. Catch and shoot. Three is good. That'll snap them out of it.
Krzyzewski, too, is a player still kind of trying to find his footing. Only 22 years old. Spend some time with Oklahoma City Thunder.
Look at Josh Giddey just survey, probe, and finish. That one for Serbia. Then they'll play Puerto Rico and South Sudan. Puerto Rico, July 31st, South Sudan, August 3rd. Milutinov sizzling here. You want to talk about just a great kid. Awesome attitude, does things the right way. Here's a nice spin. Kept the basketball, and there's Dyson Daniels. That he brings this team right on cue, but just Petrusev with a great career at Gonzaga. WCC Player of the Year for Mark Few. Delivery downstairs, and it falls home. Petrusev, Radonov, Micic, Abramovic, and Milutinov on the floor for Serbia. They've given the basketball quite a bit to Milutinov. Now off those changes, that one rims home for Serbia. And they
looking at Bogdanovic, another big aspect of an offensive weapon.
There's a putback slam, and Nikola Milutinov.
Just how that grows the game, and we have seen it at a level that has been unprecedented.
That is a nasty dish for the two-hand slam from Milutinov.
Tremendous to watch.
That was pretty. And now that pass picked off. Serbia with numbers on the other end. In transition, that one goes home for Abramovic. Another drive to the rim. That one was altered. Good defense by Magne. Mills with numbers to Exum. That's easy.
So you want to talk about a rhythm? It's the same thing that Australia is showing too for a lot of these players, depending where they're at in terms of their fitness level, their conditioning. This is all the build-up and the ramp-up of how they want to feel and look next week.
Delhi from downtown.
Hustle, pressure in the backcourt.
That is just beautifully executed basketball as Jokic finds Petrusev.
The spacing on the floor, and we continue to mention this with the way Serbia plays. So much of that comes down to their feel for one another.
Another turnover here. Serbia out on the run, and we are even at 32.
Want to move the basketball, pick apart a defense, find spacing, everyone getting touches. A lot of those just cut passes.
Patty Mills into double figures. Guarded by Kay. Nikola Jokic, three-time MVP. That time he had his pocket picked. Giddey with a head of steam. Josh Giddey and one. Down as we hit the final minute of the half. Giddey with a flashy bounce pass, but that was picked off. Up ahead for Serbia. That floater goes for Petrusev.
You can feel it.
You would never know. It's just a tune-up game for the Olympics. Giddey's off. Shot clock turned off, but they've got numbers on the other end, and Pokusevski cashes in. 10 seconds here for Daniels. Dyson Daniels loses it. Another turnover. Serbia can go into the break with the lead.
Stars and the talent, the level of skill, just what their identity looks like, how they want to play, the rotation combinations. For many of these teams.
For Serbia, a little bit short-handed in this one, missing Bogdanovic, their second leading scorer. There's Jokic with the floater. It goes, and Nikola Jokic keeps on rolling. Now with 10 on the shot clock, here is Josh Giddey. Giddey pulls up, and if that part of his game keeps evolving.
21 years old. There's so many aspects to his game as we're watching right here. The handles, the passing, the feel, the ability to get downhill and get to the front of the rim.
All three of these for Jock Landis. Can't fit that one in. Here comes Jokic. Dish downstairs and left that man for just a split second. Filip Petrusev. Giddey was a little late getting to him.
Missed a couple bunnies. There are some good looks he's had in the course of the last couple of possessions.
They have gone to the interior and it works again. Filip Petrusev has 15 points. To Gonzaga where he averaged 18 and 8 per game. Now a turnover. Giddey on the break. Josh Giddey with two hands. It's getting looked at. I'll monitor that, but it looks like he's all right. Catch and shoot for Mills. Patty Mills, automatic.
He continues to do. 35 years old, be playing in his 5th Olympics, 3 World Cups. He was the flag bearer at Tokyo.
That's Jokic.
Doing what he can to try and keep him from getting the basketball. Easier said than done. The 6'9" K up against the frame and the size of Jokic.
Attacking and fitting that one in. And we got a close game here. Serbia playing without Bogdanovic and Ognan Dobric, but they have been able to figure it out behind Nikola Jokic, who makes it look easy and ties the score.
But in my opinion, Group A.
In transition here, Jokic taps it back. Nikola Jokic gives Serbia the lead, and we got
to not only Australia's, but the first team to medal outside of the Americas in Europe.
Will Magnay, Australia team, and the Boomers will be a contender to medal and to have a great performance in Paris. In transition, the three switches on. Alexei Pokusevski, who I know you're intrigued by. Australia with about a 3-second difference between shot and game clock. Giddey with 10. They're giving him that shot, and Josh Giddey catches. The Boomers put up a really strong 14-2 run in that game to cut the United States deficit down. Only lost by 6. Now trying to get a win against Serbia. Now a try to start the 4th. That was pretty from Alexa Abramovic. And they'll have a big game yesterday. Shot clock at 3. Giddey off the heel. And here comes Serbia looking to take the lead right back.
That's exactly what they do. Avramovic with back-to-back buckets.
In many cases, you had mentioned the turnovers are Australia, but even off of misses, Serbia has looked to push, and they've been very productive in transition.
Joe Ingles has checked in. Chance of Serbia with an alley-oop! Up top and down hard to send this crowd to a frenzy. Milutino. Rebound to Australia, down by 1, looking to get out of Abu Dhabi with a win. That floater goes. Dante Exum, super steady in the lane. Patty Mills waiting to check back in among others now. Fancy maneuverability in the finish.
Presence, but also some looks from the perimeter.
Shot clock's at 7. Into the hands of Mills, who's had a big game. Kick out to Daniels. Got it!
Massive. You want to talk about...
Can't go on the stick back. What a crowd here in Abu Dhabi. These fans have brought their A-game. Mills knocks it down. Patty time. Two-man extended Australian Boober squad ahead of the World Championship. Just an amazing career. One of Australians' best, and that 3 swishes home.
4 shots here to go.
That one is off, tapped out. Look at Australia around the floor. Daniels was deflected, and there's the jam for Exum. Jokic. 10 on the shot clock now. Jokic gets it back. He's on an island. Jokic, this is typically his space. He gives it off inside, and that one goes home for Petrusev.
Jokic playing along Petrusev. So it'll be interesting to see as things continue to play out in just how these teams are working.
Patty Mills, a dagger.
It gives them a ton of confidence. I mentioned this earlier, though. So much comes down to matchups. Just see a steal here by Serbia. That was a big factor, taking care of the basketball.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, for those in the U.S., that game will be televised on FS1, streaming on the Fox Sports app at noon as that 3 goes for Dante Exum.
What they can do in Paris, it will come down to a 3-point shot. They are a perimeter-oriented team, so if they can hit threes as we've seen them do down this final stretch, that obviously will benefit them. That's something they've got a monster of a group in Group A with Greece, Canada, and Spain.
Patty Mills with close to 30. Dante Exum with a big performance. Josh Giddey with some bright spots as well. And on this day, the Boomers are a winner.